Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's been a couple of weeks since I made a video, but rain has got in the way, so there wasn't really a whole lot I could do about that unless I wanted to camp in the rain, and no, I don't want to camp in the rain. But what I've got here, today is a whole new way of camping if I survive this camp. But this is it. This is my new mountain bike, and I got saddlebags to hold all my camping supplies. This is a Decathlon Rock Rider ST50. That means sports trail. We had to order a pannier rack for the back, and if you country like I am and growed up doing other things, pannier is a fancy word for saddlebags. So we got the saddlebag rack and we got the saddlebags. Now, one thing about these saddlebags, my wife and I, we made these ourselves. Took two backpacks, identical backpacks, and where the shoulder straps go, we cut them off the width of the rack plate right here, and we sewed them together to make our saddlebags. And the reason why we did that instead of ordered some, which it had probably been cheaper to order them, but the reason why we did that is because those particular backpacks have separate compartments in them, and none of the saddlebags that we found for bicycles had that many different compartments. So needing the compartments, this is what we come up with. Now I've also got a this is a handlebar bag that I'm using to hold my cameras in, and right here on the handlebars I just went and I got me a Ozark Trails little cooler to carry my cold stuff. And of course I've got the water bottle down there. But we'll be doing a lot more videos with the bicycles now. But let me get camp set up and we'll catch back with you in a little bit. If you got one of these chairs like this right here, if it hasn't already happened, it will before it's over with. The little stoppers on the legs, they wear out. And when you go to set in it, you're digging in the ground, and before you know it, you're sitting on the ground. But I have come up with I seen this. I went and bought some little what do you call them things? Racket balls. The balls that you use in racquetball. And what you do is you drill a hole in one end in a little area of them, stick them on the legs, and voila! All of a sudden, your chair don't sink in the ground when it's out there. 2 camps ago, I was with my friend Mikey, and that was my biggest problem that day. My chair kept sinking into the ground. So when I got back from camp, I ordered me some of them racket balls and got it going. Well, I can tell you right now that actually works. So if you having that problem, get you some racket balls. Drill a hole in it so that you can slide it down over the leg of your chair, and all of a sudden you ain't got a problem no more. And that one, that's one of them hacks that actually works. So it is going to be a warm night tonight, and it's not supposed to rain. So this is the way I have set up my tarp on over my hammock tonight. In case it does rain a little bit, I'll put the hammock up, but I set it up like this right here so that I could catch some of the breeze that comes around. So it's not the traditional way that I do it, but we're hoping this works out better for us this way, especially getting breeze in here. But yeah, now all I got to do is put the bug net on the hammock, and I'm contemplating on whether or not I want to put the underquilt on, because it is supposed to get down to about 68 tonight, so it might be cool enough to put a little underquilt under it. But we'll figure that out here in a little bit. The camp is set up, and we're going sort of light tonight. We're not even going to build a fire. It's supposed to be in the high 60s tonight, and so I don't really see the point in having a fire. I've got my little butane stove with me, and that's how I'll be cooking my meal. And I got to say, I like this biking camp kind of deal. I don't know what you really call it, but if I figure it out, I'll put it in the title. But yeah, I like it. I mean, when I was a kid, I used to bike everywhere, but now, ooh, it's getting rough. But you know, building up endurance every day. So maybe before long, I'll be able to do a couple of miles on the trail or something to get to where I want to camp. But yeah, I'm liking this. I can carry about 40 pounds of equipment with me, and it's not on my shoulders. So yeah, I like that. There was one problem with the saddlebags. My foot hits it sometimes when I'm paddling, but you know, just a small adjustment on my foot on the pedal, and that takes care of that problem. But you know, it's a learning curve, got to learn. So now that I got the camp set up, I'm gonna rehydrate with a Powerade, and we'll catch back with y'all in a little while. Alright, it's getting a little later on in the afternoon. It's not quite time to eat, but I do feel like I could go with a cup of coffee, so I'm going to fix me up one of them just to relax a little while longer. You know, I'm glad I've got a bug net. Them mosquitoes are getting bad around here today. And it ain't even nightfall yet. Well, let's get some water boiling, make us a cup of coffee. All right, my water has boiled. My coffee bag has seeped for about 10 minutes. It's time to pour it up, get me a cup of coffee. Now, anytime that I backpack, I use these Folger singles. They're just easier to carry than a French press or something like that. It's not my favorite cup of coffee, but it's not as bad as it could be. So that's the deal with that. And I also, I'm a milk drinker. I drink milk in my coffee. So I get these little Horizon Organic real milk little pouches. They're shelf stable till you open them. Then you got to keep them cool. But just another thing that makes backpacking and what I'm doing today a whole lot easier. So let's see how this is. I've had better and I've had worse, but this is pretty good. Now just sit back and relax for a little while and think about what's going to be for supper. We'll catch up with y'all in a little while. It's 9:30 at night. It's raining. Wasn't supposed to, but it is. So what I'm going to do is I pulled everything up under the tarp that I could get to keep it from getting wet. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and crawl in the hammock. Let this rain sing me a little lullaby and go to sleep. I'm sure I won't have no problem sleeping right now. But we'll catch y'all in the morning. I made it till morning. Quite honestly, once I crawled up in that hammock, light rain hitting down on that tarp, yeah, it wasn't long before I was asleep. It's been a good night's sleep too. But I'm up now. It's time to get some breakfast started and then get packed and get out of here. So what we're having this morning for breakfast, it's called omelet in a bag. Now, I've got this right here. This is a bag that's got cheese, bell peppers chopped up real fine, some ham, and I'm fixing to add some 2 eggs to it so I can have me a good omelet. Alright, now that you've got your water boiling, it is time to add the eggs to my little concoction. So bear with me a moment on that. By the way, when you do this, make sure that you use bags that are PBA free. Undoubtedly that causes cancer and people don't like that, so they I use I hate the name, drop a name, but I use Ziploc bags because I know that they are PBA free. So that's I don't think I would trust something from one of them little quick dollar stores or something like that. Now once you've got your eggs in there, you mash them up, mix everything up real good. Y'all, this is gonna be good. Slide all this goodness back down to the bottom. Because that's the way it is. Now you'll have a mixture looks a little bit like that right there, and then you just put it on the boil. With 2 eggs, I like to give it at least 12 to 15 minutes. But I got a little bit of egg on my hand, and I'm fixing to wash that off, and we'll get back with you when it's time. It should turn out like this right here every time. Now, let's get a fork
get started.
All right, let's cut into this thing and see how I did. Like I said, this is not the fastest way to cook an omelet, but it is the cleanest way. Man, look at that. Ham and cheese and bell peppers. That's a meal worth eating right there, y'all. I'm going to put this camera down and munch down for a little bit, and then I'm going to break up camp and head toward the house. All right, everybody, that was great. Few things about these omelets. If you cook it like that, there's very little waste. That's all the waste right there. One plate, a fork, and a bag. We hope that you enjoy these videos as much as I enjoy getting out here and making them. I just got to get away sometimes. So that being said, this is what I do. This is my therapy. So all right, everybody, it's time to call this one quits. One last look around. Everything's looking good. Bike's ready to go. So make sure everything's hooked up and tied down and all that good stuff. Yep, we ready to roll. Hey, we'll catch you on the next one. Bye.